say a few words about how the program got started. And I have to tell you that I was startled to realize that the program has been in existence for 25 years. Half the existence of the School of Dental Hygiene, we've had the program of externships to St. Anthony. So I have been here a couple of years. I came in '85, and I've been here a couple of years before I met Dr. Jim Messer. Dr. Messer was born and educated in Scotland, and had served in the early '60s a couple of short terms with the International-Grenfell Association, and then returned to Scotland. But he came back in 1976 to be the dental director of the program, and he was there until 1993. I think it was just the first conversation I had with Dr. Messer when we realized that there was an opportunity a unique opportunity for service and for learning between the School of Dental Hygiene and the Grenfell Regional Health Service. And so we set about to try to make it happen. And there were some difficulties on the way, but we finally found the money and we made the concessions that we didn't have to obviously have dental hygiene staff supervise dental hygiene students all the time. And so the program began in 1988. It wasn't just a success, it was a barn burner. Talk about some of the people who made a continuing success and allow the program to expand, but I'm going to preempt a little bit and say that one of the real reasons that the program has been so successful is because of the students who have participated. They've been great. They took full advantage, for the most part, in the opportunities for service and for learning, and have been great ambassadors for the school and for the profession of dental hygiene. Joanne?
She's always been a hard act to follow. In my directorship from 1990 to 95, my association with Jim Messer at Labrador-Grenfell Health was quite brief, but I was always astounded by his many talents in oral health, his idea of community partnerships, his art and his music. And so I was not surprised when he decided that we should do a presentation, which he followed through with, and that was in 1990. He gave a presentation on this program at the International Congress on Circumpolar Health in Whitehorse, in the Yukon Territories. And that was the sort of person he was, always driving forward. But he then had some support in the form of Doctors Peter and Annie Hornet, who came to St. Anthony from England in about 1985. Peter began as a clinical dentist in 1985, but Annie stayed home with the two boys they had. James was about 2, I think, and then Ben, who was just a young baby. Annie began as his wife and partner began as a part-time clinical dentist in 1987, just before our partnership with Labrador-Grenfell began. Dr. Peter Hornet later became the Assistant Chief of Dental Services in 1990, and that was followed by him becoming the Chief of Dental Services in 1993. He then received an appointment as an adjunct professor in the School of Dental Hygiene, and he's been responsible for maintaining this program for the past 20 years. Dr. Annie Hornet, his wife and clinical partner in dentistry, became the acting chief of dental services when Peter had a very unfortunate and severe accident last year that required a long period of recuperation. Both Annie and Peter have been huge supporters of this partnership, along with a few deans and a few directors. We've struggled with new agreements and some legal considerations, but we persisted, and along the way we've never had any difficulties with the dental hygiene students, nor have we had any difficulties with the dentists who supervise them at the 4 placement sites in the Labrador-Grenfell Health region. We also want to acknowledge the fine work of Donna Parsons, the administrative officer, who's worked with Peter and Annie and Dr. Jim Messer. who has consistently gone above and beyond the call of duty to help organize these student placements. Dr. Peter Hornet, would you join us here, please? I think these are not all prizes down here, so don't get excited. Here, take these. For their constant and caring maintenance of this very fine partnership, we want to express our thanks and our appreciation for all that you've done to make this a goal for year after year after year. And if I may, Peter, I'd like to read this in appreciation for the 25-year educational partnership of the In appreciation for the 25-year educational partnership of the School of Dental Hygiene at Dalhousie University with Labrador-Grenfell Health, the commitment to its establishment by Dr. Jim Messer and Dr. Marty Forgay, its continuation by Dr. Peter Hornet and Dr. Joanne Clovis, the extraordinary experiences of the dental hygiene students, and the improvements of the oral health of the patients and the communities in Labrador-Grenfell Health. Thank you so much, Peter. Are pleased to send along with Peter on his return 6 sets of dental hygiene instruments that have been donated to us by Hugh Freedy, and we hope that he's going to place this in the dental clinic in St. Anthony and distribute the instruments around the sites within, so that our dental hygiene students can have ready access to them when they go next year.
So we would now like to ask all of the participants who are here, who have participated in the Grenfell externship throughout.
It was as hard to get a word in here as it is at home. I'm really a little bit overwhelmed because I wasn't expecting all this tonight, and I really am immensely grateful to Joanne and to Marty and to all the staff at the School of Dental Hygiene, as we said, to all the students who participated in the externship program. It really has been a very wonderful experience. I thought I might get up and tell you a little bit about the history, but that's redundant now that you've heard all that. But I will tell you a little bit about when the students come to the Labrador-Grenfell region. And it's sort of interesting because they often wash up on the shore a little bit bedraggled and nervous, and they've often been, confounded by some horrible snowstorm along the way. They might have had to overnight in St. John's, and they get to us and they really don't know what to expect. What will the hierarchy be? What will our expectations be of these students coming in there? And the first thing I generally say is, look, you can relax because we know that you come to us extremely well trained. We know that you'll be competent. The only thing that is lacking usually is a degree of confidence at that point. And they do relax. And the other thing I tell them is that very, very soon, nobody's going to be viewing them as a student. They're actually going to be quickly taken into our team and they become part of it. And I think that's true in almost every case. So it does happen like that. And the students, very quickly, I would say within the first week, you can see them truly enjoying the treatment, giving the treatment that they've been so well trained to do. And by the end of the second week, they're having a real blast with it. And they often tell us that they don't want to go. And we hate to see them go, truly, that's because they become such a part of our team and so important to what we do. And it really, as I said, it's been a wonderful experience because we're all winners in this. I think the students that come have a good experience. They gain that confidence that they didn't have just 2 weeks prior to their when they arrived in St. Anthony. And it's great for our patients who get this wonderful standard of care. They, I can tell you that we have a list as long as my arm of patients who line up pleading for appointments with the student hygienists when they come for the externship. Now the other people that benefit are us, the staff of Labrador-Grenfell, in particular the dentists who act as preceptors, including myself, because it's an opportunity for us to teach again. And that's something that doesn't come along every day for us. And we learn as well. We learn from the students because they bring new things from the School of Dental Hygiene. We listen to that. So all in all, it has really been a remarkable experience. And I really want to see this program continue. I mean, when we first started this off, we were taking 10 students. That's maybe not possible anymore, but I would like to see it continue in its present form and perhaps even expand a little bit. And I'm very, very grateful, I will tell you, to Joanne Clovis for being my long-term collaborator in this externship. And I also want to pay tribute really to Arnie Forgay and Dr. Jim Messer for their enormous vision in setting this externship up in the first instance. So again, and to finish, I thank you all very, very sincerely for this honour. And I certainly will be placing this plaque in our dental facility in St. Anthony. And I really wish you all the best with your celebrations. And I hope you will accept from me on behalf of Labrador-Grenfell our sincere congratulations for this wonderful event. Thank you very much.